Hello, world. This is Renee again. This is part 13 of my story regarding Mr. H. And as I stated in my last video, I had headed up to Canada, and he wasn't one of these fellas that didn't want me to talk to family or friends. He didn't say any of that kind of stuff, which is what a lot of them will do. So be aware of that. If they start telling you, don't. Tell your family and friends. Well, that's a really big red flag. But this guy didn't. He was anxious to meet my family. So it can go both ways. Uh, it's a little, it's hard to decipher some of these things until you've actually been through it for a while. But that's why I'm doing these, so you can have some inclination of how things can go. So I had sent him photos and sent him videos of the family, and it does affect them. So for a moment, I'm going to let you talk to let my brother talk to you and tell you how he felt. There you go.
Hello, people. I'm the older brother. Anyway, no, it does affect the family, and I would not listen to them if they're trying to keep it a secret. Definitely don't, because that's part of their ammunition to kind of suck you into doing things that may not be desirable, especially when it comes to running around, meeting them in secret. You're really letting yourself in for a possible violence, and who knows what could go on. So we were very concerned for Renee, and we said, don't. We didn't feel that she should go meet this guy, and that he should come to her. After all, it's usually the guy goes to the girl. So anyway, many evil things could happen. We were concerned about that, especially if she was far away and we wouldn't have any control over the situation. So definitely tell your friends and family. And there's another aspect to this whole thing. I actually met my wife online. We've been married 12 years. And Renee, my sister, actually was one of the first ones I told. And she started writing to my future wife, what at that point was just a online relationship. And so my dad, my family, and the people around me knew about my relationship online with my what ended up being my wife, and it actually worked tremendously in my favor because she was not in my country. In order for it to get her in my country, I had to prove that I had a long-term relationship. And those letters and emails, they were actually emails, no letters at that time, and they served greatly to my advantage to prove that I had a legitimate relationship. And so there is no reason whatsoever, unless you're embarrassed about this person that you're potentially, going to have a relationship. But even then, I would never recommend that you keep any of this a secret. It's dangerous, and it's definitely not to your advantage in any way, shape, or form that I can see.
Talk about how you were disappointed.
Oh yeah, obviously we were quite disappointed that this didn't turn out properly because we had misgivings, but then as time went on, we had even more misgivings because he just wasn't sort of acting in a normal manner. He didn't want to get on video chat. He didn't want to show his face, and we thought that was a huge red flag. So, in any case, of course, we were very hopeful because this guy seemed like to be a really nice guy, and he seemed to be really interested in developing a relationship. But it was going way, way too fast for the time period that it was, and he was saying all kinds of things that didn't make any sense, about getting married and all this stuff. And they hadn't even met each other. So in any case, yeah, of course, it can be a big disappointment to the family because we're hopeful that this is going to be a legitimate relationship. And of course, we have an example right in my own life where it worked out. So we were pretty hopeful for Renee, but we started to see some uh, massive red flags kind of blowing in the breeze there, very quickly. And anyways, that. But we're glad that it worked out okay. That she didn't get hurt. That she didn't go running off to meet this guy or anything. So anyway, that's our point of view. Back to my sister.
Well, there you are. It does affect the family. I was trying to be careful, but at the same time, I would give him leeway where sometimes I wouldn't normally. But, when you're falling in love, you're kind of blind, as they say. But I was finally being really careful after a few more events happened. So that's it for this part. And have a good day, good evening, and God bless. Bye bye.